Imagine a world where your child's life expectancy is less than that of yours. Most people do not realize that childhood obesity has already reduced our children's life expectancy to this level. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Travis Stricker, and I will be telling you about the epidemic that we call childhood obesity. According to the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, overweight children are at risk for type 2 diabetes, which can also contribute to cardiovascular disease and kidney failure. This, combined with the fact that childhood obesity has tripled in the last 3 decades, truly makes this a national problem. Childhood obesity is a growing epidemic with many causing factors, stemming from lack of exercise, lack of parental guidance, and even school culture to blame. The lack of physical activity among today's youth is a growing factor in the increasing number of obese children in North America. According to the CDC, less than 1/3, or 28%, of school students meet current recommended levels of physical activity. There are many contributing factors to the low level of physical activity among children, such as TV, video games, the internet. The lack of self-motivation to be physically active is compounded by the lack of parental guidance provided by many of today's parents. The lack of parental involvement with today's youth has also contributed to the growing rate of childhood obesity among our children. Parents today do not spend the time with their children that generations of the past did. In fact, many children spend 40 or more hours a week in child care or daycare of some sort away from their people. When children are with their parents, many times they feed them fast foods and other junk foods to avoid having to actually take the time to cook healthy meals. They also use TV and video games as babysitters, thus allowing them to take this free time to themselves instead of spending it with their children and actually doing physical activities that can help these children throughout their lives. Parents are not the only ones who take the easy way out dealing with our children. Today's schools also help to contribute to childhood obesity. Schools' lunches, combined with the lack of good mandatory physical activity programs, greatly contributes to the obesity among our children. Most schools make lunches that are easy to get kids to eat, which means they are not necessarily feeding them the healthy types of food that they need. According to the CDC, 28% of children participate in physical activities at school. This means that most schools do not have mandatory physical activity programs that teach your children how to stay in shape and take care of themselves. Childhood obesity is caused by many factors that are preventable and controllable. Childhood obesity is a growing epidemic which stems from the lack of exercise, the lack of parental guidance, and even school culture. Despite all the factors contributing to the problem, childhood obesity is very controllable and very fixable. Our youth are the future, and we owe it to them to ensure that they grow up to be healthy adults that will have better and longer lives.